Hello friends, today we are talking about tea. Is this tea? Is it water?
You'll never know.
But what you're gonna do is you're gonna go get some hydration, you're gonna go get some water, you're gonna go get tea, and you're gonna sit down with me and we're gonna talk about tea. Everything tea. Tea, it's good for the soul, it's good for the heart. Tea, it's the circle of tea. Tea, tea, the tea. Tea. I will see myself out now. Thank you. Hello, people of the internet, and welcome to my page. Today we are going to be trying tea. Yes, tea. We all know about the Boston Harbor in 1773, but do you know how and where tea was invented? How it was made? The story goes that a Chinese emperor, Shang Nung, was sitting under a tree while his servant was boiling some water. Well, while he was boiling that water, a breeze blew in and leaves from the tree above fell into the boiling water. Shang Nung decided to try it anyways, and behold, tea was created. He loved it so much that he decided to try it again. That's the story anyways. But historians have found tea dating all the way back to the Han Dynasty in 206 BC. But tea was not established until the Tang Dynasty in 618 AD. After that, some Buddhist monks who were studying in China decided to bring some tea home back to Japan, and thus tea was introduced to Japan. Then later, when tea was getting around, there were Portugals from Portuguese who were working as merchants, tourists living there. They decided to bring tea back to Portugal. So tea was coming up and up, but it wasn't really established until the first trading post on Java Island in the 16th century. The first shipment was in 1606 from China to Holland. But how did it get to Britain? We have gone through the Han Dynasty, the Tang Dynasty, we've gone from Portugal, China, Japan. How did it get to Britain? We don't really know. This is probably the same way that it came to Portugal. You had people who were traveling, they heard about this concoction, leaves heated in water. What? The first documentation that we have of tea in Britain is in a newsletter in September of 1658. They called it the China drink, which was the popularized name that had been called, was on sale at a local coffee shop in the city called Sweeting Rents. But it only became really popular in Britain when Charles II married Catherine of Braganza. I hope I'm saying that correctly. She was a Portuguese princess and she loved tea. She loved it so much that she introduced it to the first court, and that is how it got introduced to Britain on the mainstream for all the nobles and all your richy rich people. And thus ensues the rest of Britain's tax overdraw, where only the rich could afford the tea. It was so bad that the smugglers were bringing like 7 million tons of this tea compared to the 5 million that was brought in by regular authorized shipments. But smugglers being smugglers, the tea was not tea. It was more fake tea. You had random dried leaves in there. It could have been random leaves. It could have been grass. It could have been random plants that you have no idea what was in it. And also, sheep poop for coloring. Yeah, because they were like, this tea doesn't look like the tea that we normally get. It's because it had sheep poop in it. Delicious. Then, by 1773, the Boston Tea Party happened, and we all know what happened there. And now, tea is literally everywhere. Tea is now wildly popular. You have it in many stores around the world. You have black tea, green tea, chai tea, herbal tea, rose tea, mint tea. You have caffeinated tea, uncaffeinated tea. You have tea and coffee, tea with creamer, tea with honey, tea with lemon, and so on and so on and so on. I could go on and on and on. So, getting to our video today, I am going to try 4 different teas out of 1 box. I know in my video that you see me saying like 2 boxes. That is because I was not realizing that these 4 teas were gonna be a lot of tea. So I'm gonna be trying 4 different teas from 1 box of Sips By, which, by the way, this video is not sponsored whatsoever. I just really like tea. And Sips By is a company. If you go search on sipsby.com, you will find a whole website dedicated to all kinds of tea that they have. They have little bundles that you can try, herbal teas, green teas, black teas. And the box that I get that you will see here, which I have 18 of, I think we counted 18, it is a subscription-based tea box, so subscribe at your own risk and your own wallet's risk. My wallet has taken a big hit, but it's delicious. That's why I love it. In this box, you get 4 premium teas that are picked for you after you subscribe and take a tea quiz. The tea quiz asks you, do you like chai tea? Do you like caffeinated tea? Do you like herbal teas, floral teas, dark teas, light teas, strong teas? There's a ton of questions that you go through and answer. They send you 4 different teas with biodegradable tea filters, recommendations for other teas, and they send you a little card that has your brewing temperatures, your steeping time, and everything that's in the tea, what it's called, what it's paired with. I have all of these 18 beautiful boxes. And no, we are not going through all 18 in this video. Like I said, we're only gonna do one because 18 would be a lot of teas. What is it, like 72 teas, 76 teas? Too many teas for one video. So then you guys get to see this lovely face try more tea again, if you so choose. I need no excuse drinking these teas. I love tea, but I do have an excuse to share it with you guys. So that is what we are doing today. So without further ado, let's jump into it and get the tea on the tea. All right, let me stop my bad puns and let's go try some tea. Hello everybody and welcome back to Alex Sundrop. Hi, I am Alex, and hello cameraman. Thank you cameraman for being here today.
Hi.
And as you can see, we have all these random boxes. What could they be? It's tea! It's tea! Today we are making tea, not with all these boxes, no, but with 2. And we are going to brew the tea that is inside. Also, this is not sponsored. By the way, SipSpy, if you're watching, you should not totally sponsor me because I think we counted them, what, 18? 18 boxes of your tea. But before we get into everything, we are going to, I guess, should I like close my eyes and just pick it random since I opened like 3 of them? Should I like shuffle them around?
A good shuffle would be good.
Shuffle, shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle. We're shuffling all these boxes. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. All right, I think they're shuffled. Do you think they're shuffled? I think that's good shuffled. All right. At random, my eyes are closed. I can't see. I'm feeling this box. This box. All right. 2 boxes. And what we're gonna do is we're going to brew each tea, one of each tea in both boxes, or one box. And then we're going to combine them all together for a final tea taste test. We're gonna do hot tea and then we're gonna do cold tea. We're gonna see if it tastes any different. And then I'm gonna spice up the tea if it's really bad at the end. So first we have to go boil some water. So we're gonna go do that. Our water is now properly steamy. We are starting out this video with a black tea called Darjeeling Summer Tea. It is highly caffeinated and you need 1 sachet per 8 ounces of water. There is no measuring in this video whatsoever, so measure or don't measure in your own risk. The water for this tea is anywhere between 200 or 212 degrees Fahrenheit. With our possible 200-degree water or our hotter water. I don't know. We'll find out. Tea time. The description for this tea is, this is a light second flush black tea from the Darjeeling regions of India with a crisp nuance that will captivate you from the first sip. And it did. This tea was delicious. It smelled really good. My cameraman said that it tasted kind of like coffee. We are back. Our tea is lukewarm, and for sake of purposes, we had to pop it in the microwave for a second. So we're gonna see how microwave warm tea it is. And this is the Darjeeling Summer Tea. All right. Bottoms up. I feel like a tea connoisseur. Ooh, it's good. Really good. I really like that. Cameraman, did you want to taste it while it's warm? Before it cools off? Come here, cameraman. All right, here you go.
Ooh, that is delicious.
What does it taste like for you? Or Darjeeling summer tea.
Honestly, I can tell it's a black tea, but it gives me like almost like a coffee, like a hint of coffee taste almost.
See, I don't think it tastes like, you know what? Now that you've said it, I don't think I can get that out of my mind.
Almost like on the back of the tongue, like an aftertaste of like coffee would.
It would be so good with some honey. I don't know about sugar, but I would definitely put some honey in here.
Mm-hmm.
And after he said that, I definitely had this coffee taste. It was a really strong tea. To me, at first, it didn't taste like coffee, but it had this really strong undertone. So I'm curious to see what it would have tasted like if I would have actually had a thermometer to check my water temperature and to steep it for the full 5 minutes. Okay, that was really good. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna pour it in here for later. That's a mystery basket tool for later. And we are going to move on to our next tea, which is Moringa tea, organic superfood. Oh, this is the superfood one. It's caffeine free. Okay, let me show you guys too. The next tea on our list is organic moringa. I think I'm saying that wrong. It is a superfood tea. It's rich in vitamins, minerals, and amino acids, and it can be used daily to restore dietary imbalances. It is 1 bag per 8 ounce. So our first tea was 1 little sachet. You can see the little sachet. Our second tea is 1 bag, which is again another little sachet. For this tea, the water is boiled at 212 degrees Fahrenheit and you steep it for 4 to 5 minutes. We steeped it for 4 minutes. You'll see a pattern that we're doing a happy medium in between. We don't want to understeep and we don't want to oversteep. This is a caffeine-free tea, and its little note reads, Moringa is one of the world's most nutrient-dense superfoods. It's rich in vitamins, minerals, and amino acids. It can be used daily to restore dietary imbalances. Whether that is true or not, I have no idea, but this tea was pretty darn good. Actually, it smells really good. Oh. Am I into this? It was light, but it was flavorful. It hit me a little bit more than the black tea did, but only because of like the little undertone citrusy flavors. It was really delicious. I don't know about it being a superfood tea, but I would definitely put on my list to drink during the summer. If I'm running, if I'm jogging, anything like that, I would definitely want to have this tea in the morning before I do any activity, especially on a summer day where it's like 90 degrees like today. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's get our little guy out of here. Goodbye. And already you can see the 2 different colors in the tea, from the black tea to the power tea. That is way different than the first tea. It's not as strong. It's more of like a really subtle tea. Subtlety. Waft it. It smells fruity, but it tastes subtle. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. What does it taste like? Because the last one was coffee. So what's this one? And this tea was definitely a lot lighter. It's like 1 or 2 shades lighter. I know, right? It's like this subtle. It's not like... It's not flavorful, but it's flavory. It didn't come across fruity as it smelled. To me, that's just what it was like. It smelled fruity, but it didn't taste fruity. Maybe our cameraman has other thoughts.
It's earthy.
And earthy?
At least a little more earthy to me.
Okay. I'm kind of curious to see what it's going to be like cold. There you have it. It tastes earthy. Tea number 2 is down. Only 2 more to go? I can't remember how many is in a box.
Usually 3 or 4.
That's what I thought. There's always like that one super tea. Get in there! Drum roll, please! The refrigerator wanted to chime in too. Next up is our tangerine green tea. This tea is also 1 teaspoon per 8 ounces of water. The water is less than the other 2 teas. You boil this water at 175 degrees Fahrenheit. This looks like it's going to be delicious. And you only steep it for 2 minutes. It was a very fast steep. We had to check the timers really fast. This is a low caffeine tea, which I personally really like low caffeine teas. Its little tag reads, during winter, many cultures enjoy the flavor of tangerines as they are getting ripe. This tangerine green tea makes a refreshing, fruity iced or hot tea all year round. And if I were to put more tea in there, that would have been true. But as you can see here in this video, I unfortunately do not think that I put enough of the tea into my steep. I do not think that I put enough tea into the tea. Oh, hello, little friend. The color is like 3 to 5 shades, way too light. Even though it was lightly made, the flavor was still there. So I am probably gonna have to retry making this tea the correct way instead of the Alex way. The timer! All right, if you guys notice something a little different here, this is a loose leaf tea. So I have my little guy right here. And we are going to, well, I guess I can put that right here. Ready for the dramatic rip, toss. 1 teaspoon per 8 ounces of water. Okay. We're doing rough measurements, you guys. Rough measurements, only because I don't feel like getting out my teaspoon measure. So if you do this at home and you want to measure correctly, don't be like me. Get a little bit of everything in there. All right. That seems like a fair amount. That's about a teaspoon. Because we're only going to use a little bit of water. All right. We ready? Ready for the water? I think we're ready for the water. And our water's still pretty hot. Yeah, that's still pretty warm. Da, da, da. Right there. Almost there. Done. Ooh, it's already starting to change colors. I'm so curious. Maybe it needed to be hotter. Did the water need to be hotter? No, that's pretty hot. Alright, well, now it's just time to wait. Oh, hello, little friend. The timer! Oh, that's too white for you guys. Ha 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 ha. How long? 2 minutes. Okay. It's already been a minute. 1 more minute. I don't know how this is going to turn out. Maybe I didn't put in enough. And that, people, is why we measure things out instead of trying to rough guesstimate our measurements. Well, we'll see how this turns out. Hopefully delicious. So, did you guys know that during the winter, many cultures enjoy the flavor of tangerines as they're getting ripe? It says so right here on the cue card. This tangerine green tea makes a refreshing, fruity, iced, or hot tea all year round. And yet, it's still not changing colors. I don't think I put enough in there. I very much enjoy this tea. You could very much taste the tangerine in this tea. It was delicious. I don't know about doing this during winter, but I do know that I would make this a summer tea for myself. The tangerine was a summer tea for me. When I think of fruit, I think of summer. So to me, this was very much a summer tea, but it was really, really good. So I may or may not come back with you guys and try to make it correctly. Who knows? I may try to make all of these correctly when I acquire a thermometer and proper measuring for our 8 ounces of water, because there was no measuring here. This was all measuring the Alex way, which is not at all. All right, as you can see, there's not much color. There's not much color. Like, it's colored, but I don't know, look at all that debris in there. Can you see all that debris?
Well, it did say this is what, green tea, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, I know green tea's not super colorful, but all right, let's see. That is divine, and I wish I put more in there. It's strangely strong without being strong, even though I didn't put much in there. And it's not minty, but I'm getting like a fresh
vibrancy.
Yeah, it has a vibrancy to it. Thanks, cameraman. You want a taste test? What does it taste like for you?
I tell us a green tea versus the other two.
Mm-hmm. It's not subtle at all.
No, but that's good. Like you said, it has the vibrancy to it. It's,
like mint, but not mint, right?
Honestly, I could sip on this all day.
Yeah, let me check again.
Maybe just a tad bit of sugar to add to it, but I mean,
yeah.
Good.
Let's see. This is a cha tea? Because it doesn't say chai, but it doesn't say cha. I don't know. Is it herbal? Does it count as herbal? Pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. So that was our tangerine green tea. All our little floaters in there. Tangerine green. Tangerine dream. And last but not least in this video, we have our organic holly, basil, and turmeric tea. This one was by far my absolute favorite tea. This is a tea that I would love to drink during the winter. This was my winter tea right here, you guys. It is 1 teaspoon per 8 ounces or 10 ounces of water. So the variations vary. The measurements vary just a little bit. Next. And just like our superfood tea, the boiling temperature for this is 212 degrees Fahrenheit. But we steep for a little bit longer for 5 to 7 minutes. So we did about 6 minutes. Again, we're finding our happy medium. This is also a caffeine-free tea, which again, I love. So this tea was perfect for me. It is something that I would picture drinking in a log cabin. You know, the snow's falling down and you have the fireplace going on. You're sitting outside, you're huddled up under your blanket and you're reading a book and you're drinking this tea. This is the tea that I would pick for my winter vacation. Its tag reads, holly, basil, and turmeric are revered in Ayurveda. Y'all, I'm butchering this. Ayurveda for their wellness benefits. Holly basil is an adaptogen that helps the body manage stress. I really need this tea. And turmeric has anti-inflammatory properties. So all around, it's a good tea. Dang, it's Alex proof. Now let's put a little bit more in since we didn't do last time. All right, that should be about a good teaspoon. A little more just in case. Okay. I think we can get, oh my gosh. Oh my god, that smells amazing. Like you don't understand. This way you guys can see it. It's beautiful. Smell it with your eyes. Okay. Now you smell it. It is like a punch in the face. It's good. That orange peel really sticks out with that basil. Turmeric is also really strong.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
I'm actually really excited for this tea. Yeah.
That's gonna be very good.
Yeah, I'm really excited. All right, gimme. I'm ready. I'm ready. All right. And this one you have to steep for 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, this one's a long one. Let me get our water. Should still be. Our water's cooled off. We gotta add a little bit more water. We'll be right back. Enjoy our momentary pause of lapse. 7 bowls of tea. The first bowl moisturizes my dry lips and throat. The second bowl removes the loneliness in my heart. The third searches dry streams of my soul to fill. The fourth vaporizes the pain of life's inequities through my pores. The fifth purifies my mind. The sixth helps me to communicate with immortals. The seventh gives me a feeling of extraordinary pleasure. A breeze blows upon my arms. Where is Mount Penglai? I, Yu Chanzi, lean upon this breeze and fly there. You guys didn't think I wasn't going to sneak a poem in there, did you? Because of course I did. This poem is a Chinese poem by Lu Tong from 790 to 835. It is called 7 Bowls of Tea, or you could call it the Song of Tea. Here we go. Tickety tockety, tickety tockety, tickety tockety, break dance. Break dance. 2 more minutes to go. 2 more minutes. I'm excited for the monstrosity that we're going to make after this. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. I'm curious to see the difference between cold and hot.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm. Oh, should I have been drinking water in between these? To like cleanse my palate? Here I am saying that I'm a tea connoisseur and here I am not cleansing my palate. Gordon Ramsay would be disappointed in me. Watch cup never steeps. Intently watches. Oh, it looks so good. Steep faster. Oh. Oh my gosh. That smells really delicious. I'm now super excited. I just keep going into like that's something I feel like I would drink on a warm no. Not up by campfire. That's something I would drink at a cabin in the snow in the mountains. That's a mountain tea. You see that, you guys? You don't understand. I wish you guys could like sniff this through the camera. Sniff it with your eyes. Sniffity sniff, because it's so good. Like, that is delicious. It is delicious stuff. It smells so different between being in the bag and being in the cup. That's time! Time! It is time to de-steep. De-steep? Unsteep? Re-steep? One of the steeps. Alright. It's still kind of a little hot. We're still gonna taste test it. That should be okay. Cheers! Clink! When in doubt, pinky out. I'm seriously like burn. That is my favorite one out of this entire group. Like, the black tea was my favorite, but this just knocks the black tea out of first place for me. I'm getting like, I'm not even a winter person. This gives me winter vibes. Like, I just want to be sitting in a log cabin and one of those rocking chairs or the swings and the snow is falling. You got the fireplace going. You're reading a book. That's this tea. That is this tea. You have to try it. You have to try it. After talking up like that, you have to try it.
Oh, wow.
It's delicious. What do you think?
Oh, that's good.
It's definitely stronger.
Definitely stronger. But
Yeah.
that's really good.
Yeah.
That is very much a wintry type of vibe to it.
Yeah. So it's not just me. That makes me feel so much better. It's good. I wish you guys could taste it. If you want to taste it, go to Simspy and order your tea. Again, this is not sponsored. It's just delicious. It is time to blend all of our teas together. Whoa! Beautiful pour. All right. So, am I gonna like pour them all? Yeah, I guess I'll pour them all together warm, and then I'll put ice in them and like have them chilled. I think that's like the best option. I have left them with their respective labels. This guy's not really necessary. I don't even know how to open him. Do you guys know how to open this thing? I tried to like twist it, pop it, lock and drop it. Wasn't working. All right. So first we have our Darjeeling summer tea. This is our black tea. Into the picture with you. It kind of looks like root beer. I don't even like root beer. It looks like root beer. All right. Now we have our morning tea. Our Morgana. I'm like butchering that. Ooh. It's giving me sweet tea. It's giving me sweet tea vibes. All right. Now it is time for our tangerine green. Our green tea. That totally should have steeped longer. You can't tell me that's not sweet tea. That's sweet tea right there. And last but not least, my favorite tea, our organic holly, basil, and turmeric tea. Doesn't she look delicious? Tea me, please. All right. Time for the big reveal. Let's hope it tastes delicious. Oh, I guess I don't want to make a mess. I'm prone. Ta-da! Isn't she lovely? That is a lovely shade of what should be sweet tea. I wonder if I put sugar in it, would it taste similar to sweet tea? All right, guys. Bottoms up. That's a lot of flavors going on right now. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's a lot going on right now. Overall, I think the two flavors that are like competing with each other the most is the turmeric and our super tea. I think our super tea is the strongest like flavor profile going on.
Okay.
But the turmeric is like trying to like shove that out of the way. Oh, I don't know. It's good. It's different. It's really different. I don't know if I would like ever drink this again, but it's not bad. All right, cameraman, you've tasted all of these. It's your turn. Oh yeah. Ain't she a beaut? Thoughts?
Whoa.
Yes, yes. It's a lot to take in.
Okay, because to me, the holly basil is definitely kicking notes up, but I almost feel like the black tea.
The black tea?
What's the aftertaste?
Okay, so you think it tastes more like the black tea. I think it tastes more like the turmeric and our organic, or our super tea.
Not bad. Not something that I would go after again, but not bad.
Right? All right. So our sweet tea looking mixture, these are our top flavor profiles. We have our black tea, what you said being like one of the stronger flavors that you taste. I tasted the turmeric more, and our super tea, our super nutritious tea. I think that one really hit. All right, now let's try our cold. I think trying a cold will really just like put it to the test what it tastes like. I feel like I need to be in a sundress going with some lemons. Here's your lemonade. Here's your spring, your summer sweet tea. Fully in my waitress vibes. It just, that's either sweet tea or that's like a new beer that's just like really flat. A really flat, gross beer, but a really great tea. I could make a market for that. A beer that tastes like a tea.
Well, I mean, you have your twisted teas.
Oh, no, but that's green tea. Right? All right, now comes for our last taste test for the group together. I'm a little terrified because it was really good warm. Is it going to be better or worse cold? You see, I don't think it changed the color much or anything. All right, bottoms up. Cheers. I think I prefer it warm. It's not bad. I think if I put some like sugar in here to like spruce it up a bit, it still tastes pretty, it still tastes the same, but I think I prefer it warm. Yeah, it's definitely a tea better warm. Did you want to try it cold? I don't want to make you suffer, but tell me what you think. It's different. It's good. Yeah, right? That's exactly my reaction. I don't know how to feel about it. I think it just tastes better warm. Way more when it's cold. But the black tea's more subtle when it's cold.
Well, I was about to say, I feel like you get more of the tangerine.
The tangerine when it's cold? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's not bad, but I think it's better warm. Delicious. All right, guys, there you have it. We tried one of our boxes. I know I said 2. We're only going to do 1 box because I meant to only do 1 box. I'm just me and I always forget. So, if you don't remember, here is our tea. Here is our tea order. We have our black tea, our super tea, green tea, and our organic tea, all of which made a sweet tea looking concoction that tastes delicious warm and interesting cold. Those were a lot of different flavors. That was kind of crazy.
It was a lot of different flavors.
That was a lot of different flavors. So, again, not sponsored, but if you want to try it, go to Sips By, order you some tea, and tell me what you think. Do you think these things taste like sweet tea, organic tea, chai tea, black tea? There's a lot of different kinds of teas. But try it at home in a safe environment. You know, don't do what I do. Make sure that you have your thermometer. Make sure that you actually steep at the correct time and you scoop the correct level of amounts instead of just eyeballing and guessing, because I'm pretty sure that has to do with the flavor profile too. So there you have it. There is our tea concoction. I had fun. It was delicious. 10 out of 10 would definitely do again, and I'm excited to go through the rest of these boxes. I'll show you guys too the rest of these boxes. What are we gonna do with the rest of this tea? I'll just call over Co. Like, Co, I have something that you have to try. So would I ever try any of these teas again? The answer is A definite yes. These teas were delicious. I think the Sips Buy box definitely hit on all the things that I like. I like low caffeine teas, I like fruity teas, and I really love my herbal teas. So definitely a 3 out of 4 for the 4 teas. I guess you could say 4 out of 4, but really it's 3 out of 4. And then really it's 1 out of 4 because the organic holly and basil just stood out above the rest. That was my all-time favorite tea. I don't think I would call myself a tea connoisseur because I can't really differentiate all the flavors in the tea because there's so many. But some of these teas were really strong while others were not as strong, but still really good. The Darjeeling tea, the Darjeeling summer tea, really hit on those morning breakfast notes. I would make that my breakfast tea. If I were to drink a tea in the morning, it would have to be either the tangerine green or the Darjeeling summer tea. Again, we have summer in the name and it is summer now. I think that's a perfect random box to choose. I would not classify the black tea as a summer tea unless I'm drinking it first thing in the morning as the grass is still cool, it's a little damp outside, you're watching the sunrise happen. The tangerine green and the Darjeeling summer teas are definitely my morning teas for the summer. Our superfood tea, like I said, I would definitely do that before a workout or if I have errands to run throughout the day to give me some energy. But remember, it is a caffeine-free tea, so you're not going to have caffeine going through you.
Maybe.
And like I said before, my favorite tea out of the whole mix today was our organic holly, basil, and turmeric tea. The turmeric for me came out super strong. It was super flavorful, all around delicious. And as we combine all these teas together to create our monstrous concoction,
Sweet tea right there.
it literally looks like sweet tea. At first I thought it was going to be this darker root beer color because of the black tea, but no. It turned out to be a really light sweet tea looking, which was tricky. I really thought when I was going to drink it, it was going to taste a little sweeter.
But the turmeric is like,
the black
kinda
tea
like
was coming
shove
through
that
really
out of
strong
the
for
way.
me, and the turmeric was coming really strong for me. Cold, I did not like it. It was really bad cold. I would not recommend. Warm, however, I would definitely mix all these again and have it like hot, not like lukewarm, but hot. I would probably add in some lemon and add in a little bit of honey.
Different.
Chef's kiss. I think that would be the perfect mix for all of these. It was not bad, but picking up on all of those flavors of tea was a lot for my palate. It was a little bit too much. It was really good. It was just a little too much for me. You can see my partner here trying, and he said it was really good. He liked it both cold and warm, but I think warm was definitely the top contender between the two. Well, you guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you for joining me in our tea on tea on tea on tea and our monstrous mix of tea. Who knows, maybe in later videos we will revisit our old teas and bring them back for a retry. I have this idea where I want to try all of my favorite teas and then all of my least favorite teas in 2 separate videos and combine them all together. And then I want to make this like mega super tea where I combine my favorite and my least favorites together. I think that would be fantastic. But we only have time for one of those ideas today. That's this video. Thank you so much for joining me. If you want to see me try more tea, click that like button, hit that subscribe button. Trying all this tea was fun. I cannot wait to do it again for you guys because now we have 17 more boxes of tea to try. And then did you guys see those 2 giant boxes at the bottom of the stack? I didn't open them because I wanted it to be a surprise. I have no idea what's in those because I cannot remember. So it's going to be fun seeing those giant boxes. But for now, that is all the time we have for today. Thank you for coming to my page. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the tea. And I will see you guys next time. Okay, bye!